All right, welcome everyone. We are Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Ouran High School Host Club, Episode 7. Last week we got Shiro, the little shit.
Little Takaoji.
Yep.
Little naughty guy and stuff.
Absolutely awful.
And yet, we've helped him out quite a bit.
We have indeed. Yes. And he has found his place in the host club, making our good king, Tamaki,
Quite jealous.
Yeah.
Yes. Quite the little troll coming in and stealing all of his customers and stuff. And,
he must not have been much of a king after all.
Indeed. His reign must be fragile indeed if he is threatened by the likes of me. Quite a funny little character to have brought in here. Feels very much like a Renga situation where he could very much be recurring. It just depends on how the show decides to implement him.
Exactly.
But as of right now, that was his little execution on a specific kind of angle of the story.
Yes.
And it wasn't really focused on any backstory regarding like any of the other
like we thought it would be
members.
Yeah.
Right.
So
that might be delayed to this episode, and if they alternate kind of one at a time, that might make sense.
I want that Honey and Takashi focus. I don't know if it'll happen necessarily in the same episode. Might have individual episodes for them, but I need it.
Either way, that would be cool.
Yes.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Please tell me they set up a beach in the club room. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is.
You're kidding.
There's a grid in the sky.
Wow. That is insane. Yeah, you get lost in there.
Yeah. Refine our round-the-clock beauty. Indeed.
No. Of course.
Diversified enterprise.
Yes.
Sure, yeah. I wouldn't mind having this for therapy.
Especially if the insurance covered it.
Wow. SOS?
All right.
We are needed, Jacob. Oh.
Okay. What kind of swimsuits, I wonder?
Oh, so she gets her pick, basically.
Damn, that's a lot.
Whatever she wants.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, and dead.
Done.
Oh, so cute.
I don't think I've ever seen that animation trick be used before.
No, me neither.
That much skin. It's covering a ton.
Yeah, what is vinyl? Yeah.
The hell is a bus?
Yeah.
Wow.
So let it be a pool. Yeah. There's sweet little commoner world.
Oh my God.
Right, you're the
Are they gonna figure
one,
it out? Yeah. That he already has. Wait,
her father and guardian.
I think you might be getting the roles mixed up a bit.
Yeah.
ニー先輩泳げないんですか？
Of
Of
course.
course. Yeah.
Honey's probably the best swimmer of them all.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, Ringa
Okay.
must rise!
She's here
Even
too.
here!
Yeah.
She dwells in the underworld of the entire academy! Of course she is here!
この仕掛けどこに
She even comes with her swimming suit. Or just her underwear. Whatever!
Wait. Yeah. What is that? A tattoo or something?
わかりませんの？コスプレですわ。わかんない。
How? How are you that character?
あれはいいんじゃないか？なんで？
Fine for her, but not for Haruhi.
Inconsistency.
Ah, yes.
Ah,
皆さんは
Whoa
花先輩に対する認識がぬるいですわ。
so shallow. Indeed. It's like, this is pleasing.
This is my child.
Yes.
Proper grammar.
さすがハニノスカ先輩。どうやら前回初太系の地位が脅かされたので強化策に出られているようですわね。
Wow.
見直しましたわ。
Wow. Okay. All right.
だから何なのだ？
Right.
ディープなのかあの人。
It's possible.
Yes. Water guns. Let's do this.
Yes.
誰がそんな子供じみた遊びに付き合う？
Water gun strip battle.
日今すぐ結婚しよう。春日を貴様なんぞの嫁にやるか。
He's speaking so much.
Yeah. Wow.
休憩ですか？これ飲みます
？His dialogue is spectacular. Banana peel.
Keikaku Dori.
Fell for the oldest trick in the book.
The ritual is complete. We
Yep.
must now ascend to become gods.
Right.
The blood of the king, the blood of the king, the blood of the king. Ah!
Takashi just instantly.
Yep.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh.
No.
No. Yeah, that's great.
そのプールが近道だ。突撃。
Okay.
あ、そっちは
What?
Wait! Wait!
What?
設計部に伝えておくのか。礼を言うよ。いいデータが取れた。
Glad they could be helpful.
Yeah. I'm selling your guys' beta testing of this place. For more money for the club, obviously.
我々はこの密林エリアを無事突破し、ハニー先輩を救出しなければならない。
Okay.
The convoluted method that
Yep.
we got a conflict out of this type.
I almost don't even know what I'm seeing here.
Yeah. It's incredible.
おっと、スコールタイムか。
Oh no.
What?
Weather.
You're kidding, right? You're actually kidding.
幼馴染とかですか？
Ah, now we need the backstory.
Right.
Yeah. They're
Cousins?
cousins.
Wait, what? How are they related?
Cousins. It just
No,
said.
no.
できた家からだよ。
I just have trouble believing it.
No, why? Cousins can look very different.
Well, okay, that's.
What do you mean?
Sure.
主従関係なんてとっくに風化してるはずなんだけど。
Ah,
それでも森先輩はハニー先輩にいつ
because
も
it's his
従って
duty. His
Yes.
responsibility as a man.
森先輩、大丈夫ですよ。ハニー先輩は無事ですよ。あれで意外と丈夫そうだし、お腹が空いたらバナナもいっぱいになってますから。
Wait,
おいおい、どんなフォローだよ。
wait, hold on a sec.
Head pats. Ah.
まさか森先輩も春日のお父さんの座を。
森先
Let us
輩
re-
そっちじゃないですよ。ハニー先
Let's
輩
revisit our tracking.
Yeah.
いやこっちにいる
I can sense him.
春日
Go back.
初めて名前で呼ばれた。
京也様のご友人が給水プール付近より行方不明。
Ah, yes.
捜索ターゲットは
Oh my god.
A second angel
Oh
has
my
been
God.
spotted. We need
Yeah.
everyone to be deployed.
Private police force. This is like
は容赦なくこれを排除せよ。
private SWAT team. Oh no. Oh my god. Wow. Wow.
なおターゲットは不審な男に囚われている
Okay.
これより身柄を捕獲する
Alright.
その少年を離しなさい。さもなくば実力行使で
And Takashi was in the kendo club.
ちょっと。
Yes, throw the bananas. Yo.
Oh my god, Tarzan!
A tiny little Tarzan cry.
Oh.
3-point landing.
このチビカムワンこいつを
What? What?
Okay.
What?
I love it. I love it.
The strongest member.
He has
Of
become
the
one
Host
with
Club.
nature.
しないの僕の仲間をいじめたら
Very uncute of you.
心配したぞ。なんかわかんないけど大丈夫みたいね。ハニの塚って言ったら代々武道の名門じゃんか。警察や自衛隊だけじゃなく海外の軍隊とかにも指導してんだぞ。
特にハニー先輩は、ハニの塚
The Dreadnought!
I love it. I love
時に空手と柔道で全国制覇をしておられる
it. And judo. You need to be big for that.
Those were judo flips, I think, so that fits.
Yeah.
失礼をいたしました自分は
Oh.
道場の
We recognize your techniques. Yes.
お世話になっております恐れ入ります
Oh my god.
光圀様とはつゆ知らず大変な失礼をいたしました
Terrible offense.
光圀様に直接お手合わせいただいたこの日は
Yes.
我が道場を松代までの誇りであります
ディープだ。あまりにもディープすぎる。
たかしはるちゃんを守って偉かったね
Headpat's going for the big guy too.
Yeah.
Cause he's technically younger too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has to pull him down to give him the head pat.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Hilarious. Okay, Haruhi. Now you enjoy it here, don't you?
今度は気分直し
Quite
に
therapeutic.
行こうぜ。いいね海。バカ。春日はそういうの興味ないって。
海なら
There we go. There we go.
こういう
Saw it coming from a mile away.
しらけるんですけど、海はいいですよね。綺麗だし。
わかった。次は海だ。
So is that what the next episode's gonna be?
楽しみだね
Huh. Yeah. God, I feel like I'm starting to get in sync with this show.
Yeah.
It's just got this certain brand of
Oh
comedy.
boy. But this episode was a whole other kind of extreme. So, Honey being like the mob boss wouldn't actually be that tough. It's just that he wouldn't really even need an enforcer is the thing. He is the enforcer.
The mob boss is Kyoya.
Exactly.
But Honey is the surprise champion of their mafia family.
Right.
And if
He's the
anyone
undercover
threatens them-
bodyguard. you
Right.
know.
It's just like oh no, you wouldn't do that to me. And just, your nuts destroyed.
Right.
You didn't see the attack coming from below, did you?
Oh my god. Well,
All right, that was a joy.
this episode was nice and sensible, you know?
Yeah.
Didn't do anything too crazy or extreme.
No
It was-
sacrifices for the blood gods.
Nope. It was all rather tame, all things considered, you know?
Things considered, yeah.
Yeah. What is this show? There were things that I was like, okay, I feel like I know what to expect, you know? all right, there are limits. It's extreme, but there are limits.
No limits, man.
Apparently not.
Nope.
Apparently not. We're
There
going
are
to
0 limits.
Yeah, like
Renga was the tip of the iceberg. When she
boy.
basically erupted from the ground a couple episodes back, or an episode back, or whatever that was.
Yeah.
I think it was last episode, actually.
it was, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. That was the moment where I realized that there's no limits on this show. There's nothing. And then this episode just doubly confirms it. Double taps it right into the ground. And it's just like, no. You think that we will be limited by any aspects of the setting for this story in order to derive some specific scene or moment or conversation that we so choose? No, we will not be stopped.
Definitely not.
Nothing can stop us here. The fact that the show has Renga pop in again here and have a fourth wall breaking moment where she refers back to the past episode.
Right.
I love that. It's dangerous to do that in comedies, even.
Well,
just in general.
But also at the same time, Renga is the perfect person to do it because, for one, she's the meta commentary character, right? Talking about all the archetypes and things like that.
Yeah.
But two, we literally had an episode where she was making a movie and such. It is theoretically possible that she records all of the antics in this show. And the fact that we are watching it right now is actually just because she makes it happen.
It's very possible.
You know? And then if she refers to last episode, totally canonically fits. You know?
Yeah. Fourth wall breaking in general, though, is just something that you just want to make sure you do in moderate doses. So when she does it here, we end up realizing, oh, right, yes, there are no actual limits with regards to this story. Nope. There is nothing that cannot happen. So when we have Honey ending up going on a little bit of a bizarre adventure as he gets thrust down into the pool and through the currents and what have you.
Somehow
off into this large, massive jungle. It is not he that is in danger, but it is everyone else
because
who cannot
alligators.
Navigate the alligators, the dangers of the jungle.
And even the private police force that gets called in to search for him.
But that is nothing, my friend. That is nothing. They are but a mere distraction for the complex storyline that is Honey's character.
And Takashi's.
Takashi, indeed. He must not be forgotten. Although, a meager aspect of the story, he is a cousin to Honey. So, being family, and thus having an old master-servant relationship of bygones, like years past, this is an element of their blood that has been passed down all this time. Yes, and he is beholden to this bloodline responsibility. But Honey is apparently hiding massive power, massive strength. Yes, indeed. And Honey holding this massive strength allows him to overcome any obstacle. Yet, it would be cuter if he allows Takashi to help him. Rather fun contradiction to fit in with his character, being the small one who has the martial arts capacity of a shonen protagonist.
Right.
For whatever reason.
Just keeping my face in that for a while.
But having everything that he does be restrained.
Indeed, holding back.
In order to allow Takashi to help him and thus show off his cuteness. It's actually a rather kind of cool little paradox there. Well, it's sweet, but I'm going to go out there on a limb with Renga and say that it is actually kind of deep. Because it is hard to appear cute while forcing it so much.
That's true. Well,
thus, he actually needs Takashi in order to contrast it, to draw stark attention to his cuteness.
Yes.
Otherwise, he would accidentally at times just show off his capabilities with regards to
naturally.
Like the part where
and
right. But the part where Takashi is swimming against the current to make it so that he just stays there. But then Takashi leaves the pool and he just casually just walks and he's doing it by himself. And he notices and was like, wait a minute.
Hold on.
Wait, what?
That doesn't seem quite right.
And also, if you have all these girls constantly coming to the host club and being very hands-on, it wouldn't take long for them to notice, holy crap, this little boy's muscles are tight. Their muscles are actually formed and tight. Like
they go to pick him up and they're like, he is way heavier than I expected.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't fake that. That is just the laws of physics. Now, we are an anime, so physics be damned, but even still, this requires much concerted effort from Honey in order to maintain this facade for the sake of the ladies, of
Indeed.
course.
Well, and if you think about it, by him being the cute one, one might say that him and Takashi, it's always better when they're together, right?
Wouldn't it be nice to live together?
But, they complement each other. They really do. They help balance each other out, because that way Takashi can be the stoic one, and it doesn't seem, it is something that actually speaks to his character rather than someone that's just sort of being passive, right?
The lone island gains its value because it's surrounded by the ocean.
Yes. Throw that in quotes and slap it on top of some generic Instagram background. Yeah. What was that snort? I just pulled that so far up out of my ass. I was like, that was actually kind of good. It was a good shit. Yeah. So I'm a little bit curious what kind of approach to take with this show moving forward, because
what do you mean, Jacob?
Well,
what do you mean? Are you kidding me? This is the epic example of the ultimate romantic comedy parody. Nothing is what it seems, my friend.
Right.
Haruhi is the perfect example of that. That is why she is the main character, right?
Definitely.
And thus, every character thus far is slightly subverting the tropes and archetypes with which you would expect them to be connected.
Definitely. And that is one of the things that I actually appreciate a lot about Haruhi. Her character is one that doesn't generally bring a lot of energy to the table, and I could see a lot of people.
She's the straight man, if you will.
Right, she's the straight man of the comedy routine, right? Yep. And I love it. It works really well. And I can't think of many examples, if any, of where an anime did that, where the main character was the straight man of the comedy routine, and it worked really well. Usually they're like the sarcastic commentary, maybe. Where it's like they're also part of the comedy routine, but they're more normal-ish. But no, Haruhi is just straight up like she's a pretty normal girl, just like, nah, I don't really feel like swimming. I'm just gonna sort of hang out in here. This seems like a bit much. I could have just gone with an inflatable pool,
Right. Yeah. Usually the straight kind of comedy, kind of the one that reacts essentially to it, just the
right.
That person eventually ends up joining the comedy routine in the kind of the comedy anime setting and stuff.
And she kind of has, given the fact that she got roped into the club.
True.
But she still very much holds to her ideals.
She keeps her ideals on something.
I don't know. Yeah.
Something.
But so okay, I'm very much excited for the rest of whatever this show decides to do,
Indeed.
But I feel like all preconceptions about what that would be have just now been smashed and thrown out the window.
The host club will be together.
The host club will be together.
Haruhi will be surprised.
Yes. At times. I feel like she's going to be pretty much taking it in stride now.
And Tamaki will continue to make advances towards her.
Yes.
That might eventually get reciprocated.
Okay, there were a lot of comedy bits in this episode that were like individually just I loved, right? So whether it was the swimming and going against the current, or the private police force in general, or the bit where she has to decide who is she going to hang out with. That seemed like it could potentially be foreshadowing for future stuff.
True.
Because when Takashi just picked her up and kept going, there was a little bit of a doki doki, maybe. That was happening there. So, yeah. And then the banana peel. The fact that it happened multiple times.
There was 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was twice to Takashi and then once to Tamaki. But there was a part of me that was legitimately thinking that they were just going to realize that Honey had just been following them around and
tossing
banana peels at them. The fact that he ended up doing a Tarzan rope swing with his high pitched little cry, that was wonderful.
That was perfect.
That was absolutely wonderful. But there was this part of me where I was like, okay, given that they're going so extreme with this whole separate environment and everything that's been artificially created here,
yes,
it's almost felt like a I have found myself in nature. Like it was going to do one of those things. But turns out Honey has already become the most disciplined badass ever.
National champion in both karate
and judo. Like the karate, like I could see that and being like, okay, yeah, that's fun, right? You know, and it's great comedy.
Right.
But the idea of him
judo
being
is leverage.
Judo is leverage. That's you be big and you get the other person onto the ground. You know, from what I understand.
To be fair, though, you don't have to be big in order to be good at judo, though.
Don't you kind of?
You need to be strong.
Well, yeah, but like...
But it's all about leverage, which means if you make the bigger one lose their footing, you win. That is the fundamentals of judo, as far as I know.
Well, okay, yes.
So you can make... Like, remember the game that we would play where you would hold the other person's hand like this, right?
Oh, and then you try and push them?
No. You lock hands like this, and then you put feet to feet right there.
Yeah.
And then you try and...
Right, you don't push them, but you use the hand to try and, like, push or pull their hand to then get them to lose balance, right?
Right. The person who was the most awkward on their feet usually fell over first.
But usually...
Strength helped.
Yeah,
but it wasn't the number one defining
helped.
factor.
Yeah, totally. But like... But at the same time, there's the whole thing of The Princess Bride where Wesley grabs Fezzik and is just pulling, but, you know, he can't move him at all, right? So the idea that they're like, no, not just karate, judo.
Yes.
It's like, okay, all right.
Right.
Yes.
He's the equivalent opposite of the roided out old guy, but instead it's the roided out, like, baby
I'm
who
so
basically,
adorable.
like, throws off everything but the Speedo and then goes, and then just everything just hulks out for a second.
Oh, man.
It's just
Honey definitely did skip like, face day.
Hey, Saido Chesto.
Yeah. But, okay. All right. What were some of the other wonderful comedy bits?
From Takashi to
Takashi going both ways. Yeah.
To the two of them, yeah.
Right, yeah. I loved that Honey had to pull Takashi down to give the head
down
pat.
And
pat. Mm-hmm.
It's acknowledge your superior, bitch. Right, yeah.
It's they're familiar with the routine.
Indeed. I do like though that is kind of the joke is that Takashi he's not really going to get like any crazy development necessarily.
Nope. But I
was
gotta
just
say,
entirely encapsulated in he's a cousin, and he has, like his family, in the past at least, dutifully served the other family, and in this case, he has dutifully served Honey.
Yep.
Probably because they had a epic battle at some point, years ago, and Takashi got his ass whooped.
The bits where they had Takashi just doing his silent stoic thing, like walking off into the distance and just...
I really want to hear Travis Willingham's, like...
Oh my God, yes.
Takashi.
Yeah.
Like, there are a couple things about the show
all
that
seven
make
of
me
his
really
lines.
excited about the dub, but one of them particularly is Travis Willingham as Takashi. Because...
Although, Channing Tatum as, I believe, Kyoya, that would also be...
Wait, Channing Tatum?
Or, sorry, J. Michael Tatum. The other Tatum, yeah. J. Michael Tatum. Yeah.
I don't know why I believed you for like 0.02 seconds. I was like, the what? Like, there's no way.
Yes, little do you know that he was a voice actor before he made his live action debut.
Jacob taught too many shirtless dudes in this episode, and he's just like,
Channing
Tatum.
That's definitely what it was. Yeah.
A little bit of magic in his
No, but like the little ways that they just had Takashi's like eyebrows just go like like where that was the only thing happening on screen. It worked. It just it worked. Yeah.
I'm actually curious just in general, is one of the things about that's potentially a deep aspect of Honey is that he's tired of being seen as so strong. And so
now he wants to be doted on.
He wants to be doted on.
He wants to be the little spoon.
Yeah, exactly. And that the problem is the only other person that will be capable of doing that is the other strongest one in the club.
Sure.
So Takashi is like...
He understands what it means.
I'm more than willing to do that. I know what that's like as well.
And then he hides it from everyone else. That way, you know, they
So we
dote on
could
him.
then get Takashi
Exactly.
development at some point. in the
That
future.
way, well, no, we got development right here. This was the episode.
He said 7 lines this
Yeah,
episode. That's
did you not-
300% more than he's done before.
Right, did you not catch all the 3+ second lingers on his face and like
yes.
the slight little
That-
expression changes?
Just that felt like genius comedy.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Oh,
just
yeah.
the idea of just focusing on him is just
Because, like,
just
yeah, I will say, like, there are times where the zany, loud comedy is very much appreciated.
Yeah,
and
the
I enjoy
twin
it.
energy.
Right, the twin energy, you know, the
Yeah.
Tamaki energy, right? But there are also times when that just sort of becomes white noise, you know, and
Yeah.
it's like, okay, they can be fighting and doing their thing. And
There
I'm
was
not really
kind of
paying
white noise earlier when they were doing like nasty in-law, you know.
Right,
over and over
exactly.
and
It's
over
like,
again.
okay, yeah, whatever.
Whatever,
Right?
yeah.
But there's just something. Less is more. Less is more.
Our
Vanilla is a
imaginations
good
are
flavor.
sometimes funnier
you know,
than what we
yes,
see on the anime screen.
And
so,
just
yeah.
having that bated breath where you're like, okay, I know they're gonna do something here, and then it's just, and that's it.
It reminds me of that baby that gets itself coated in peanut butter. It's like, you having a good time?
Yeah, yeah.
But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see it there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I am Jacob.
We'll see you all next time.